What's poppin', everybody? This is Cheryl here to review the Rapid Strike Master set, Japanese equivalent set for Battle Styles. It's going to be the English set that we're going to get on the 3rd of March, and the Japanese equivalent sets are up on Cerebi fully now. You got the Rapid Strike Master set, and then there's another one that's called something different. So we're going to look at the first one today, the Rapid Strike Master, and then tomorrow I'll do the other one. 70 cards, so we should be here for a while. So let's start. We've got some grass Pokemon as usual. Starting things off. So Bellsprout just does Venoshock. If opponent's active Pokemon is poisoned, 40 more damage. That's not bad. So you can do like 50 for 1 with poison. Only 50 HP basic. Should have had at least 60, but anyway. A good little attack, I guess. Got Weepinbell and Victreebel 2. This guy has an ability. Dangerous Mucus. When you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon, you may use this ability. The opponent's active Pokemon is now poisoned and burned. Okay, cool. So it's basically the Guardians Rising Salazzle effect. I believe that was that card. Either that or Burning Shadows, but I think it was from Guardians Rising. So that's good. Good little ability for stage 1. Only 80 HP, but some pretty cool artwork too. Looks like it's drooling there over some flowers. I don't know, is Weepinbell supposed to eat other flowers? Anyway, so okay, not bad, not bad. And then the stage 2 Victreebel, unfortunately already a bad start with only 150 HP. I don't want to see this types of HP on stage 2s at this point. It's too low. You got Panic Vine if your opponent's active Pokemon. Wait, yeah, 40 for 1, and your opponent's active Pokemon is now confused. And during your opponent's next turn, if any Pokemon cannot retreat. Okay, so it's a decent little attack. Auto Confusion, 40, and they can't retreat, but they can still use like a switch. But 40 damage is absolutely nothing. Like these stage 2s, they need to be doing a lot better than this. I just don't. I've talked about this a billion times. Like, they keep printing all of these, V's, Vmax, and like GXs in the case of Arceus that's dominating everything. And okay, you're gonna do that. At least make the stage 2s and stage 1s be able to fight back. And they just have them sort of stuck in a certain level, and they very, very, very slowly sort of improve them along the way. This is stuff that you'd see, like, even in X and Y era. Uh, what the hell is this? It's not going to cut it 40 for 1. It's not going to cut it when you have, like, attacks that are, like, 30 for 1 and shit. And then look at this attack here, Solar Beam, 120 for 3. It's ridiculous. So, the basic was okay. The stage 1 was kind of cool. And then they give us the stage 2. Completely disappointing. So, more filler cards. Once again, filler cards are not going to do anything. So sad. Okay, so we get Cricketune V. Now, this is sort of surprised me. They give this sort of I mean, I'm for giving, more forgotten, underrated Pokemon Vs and special cards instead of the same old hats. But I don't really like Cricketune, so kind of a waste for me. But let's see what it does. It's got 180 HP, 1 retreat. So, bottom stats are typical, I guess. The 1 retreat is okay. 180 HP is low. And it's got Stage Elation. So once during your turn, you may draw cards until you have 3 cards in your hand. If this Pokemon is in the active spot, draw cards until you have 4. And you can't use this ability if you already used Stage Elation this turn. Okay, so it looks like it's going to be a good draw support Pokemon. So it kind of acts like the old Uranguru, draw until you have 3. But if it's in the active spot, you draw until you have 4. And this is quite good. It's going to make it really handy. You slap one of those U-turn boards, and then you promote him when one of your Pokemon dies, and then you get this sort of ability. And I'm glad they balanced it out. You can only get this effect once, basically, with that last sentence. So, what do you know? This might be like the first actual competitive Cricketune card. I can't remember if there's been anything else, like even in DP. So good ability. The attack, I'm guessing, is going to be some shit. Let's see, X Scissor, 80, and then if heads, 80 more, so that will be 160. Not great, not even good, but if you're going to use this Pokemon, you're going to use it for the ability. HP is kind of low, but it's to be expected from these support Pokemon with very good abilities. I mean, I don't think it's going to be like a replacement for Crobat, but it's going to be another alternative, another card people can use. The old Uranguru from Sun and Moon did see a lot of play for as long as it was around. And I mean, the other Uranguru probably gives more flexibility in decks where you draw a card and you can stack a card, but this card is obviously going to be good. The ability is good. So, yeah, that's Cricket Tune. And we got Cherubi and Cherim. Hopefully you're good, but I don't think so. So this guy, nothing special. And Cherim has an ability. Looks a bit surprised from this artwork. Kind of nice. You got Spring Bloom. As often as you like during your turn, you may attach a grass energy from your hand to one of your Pokemon without a rule box. Oh, right. So I think this is basically what they mean by without a rule box is I guess you can't use can't attach them on special Pokemon like V's and GXs. I think this is how it's gonna go. They're gonna do this new sort of ruling thing so that stuff doesn't get crazy and expanded and broken interactions don't happen like with the Scoop Up Net where you can use it with Pokemon EX and these sort of examples. So instead of just saying GX and EX and then we get the new shit V and then the new whatever it's going to be after that, if they just say rule box, I guess it just means all these special Pokemon. Okay. Now, this actually isn't good because, you know, these sort of energy acceleration Pokemon, their only hope really is to power up some of those Vs and special Pokemon with large HP and expensive attacks. Because to use like a stage 1 like this with stage 2 or rather just regular grass Pokemon, you're not going to go anywhere. I mean, it's always been this case since Black and White. All these sort of ability stage Pokemon are used with big Pokemon like EXs, GXs, that sort of thing, if they're going to have any success. So, this actually limits this card very much and makes it very unfair considering that Frostmoth can attach on everybody. Now, it doesn't say it has to be, you can attach the non-grass Pokemon and on the active Pokemon, but this sort of a rule box thing messes things up. I mean, unless they give us some sort of attacker that we can use, but no matter what, I mean, how much damage are they going to do? And how much HP are they going to have? And only 80 HP to double retreat. Anyway, we'll see. Carnivine. Big Bite, not Bug Bite. During your opponent's next turn, if any Pokemon can retreat, 30 for 2. Very weak. And Triple Vine, flip 3 coins, attack the 60 damage for each heads. Okay, whatever. We got Formantis and Lurantis too. Comet Slash, coin flip attack once again. Flip coin until you get Tails. And then Lurantis. Leaf Drain is going to do 30 and heal 30. Whatever. And then Solar Cutter, 70 for 2. Not going to do anything once again. And then Tapu Bulu, maybe it's going to be this guy. So let's see if you're going to be used with Cherim. Does push down. Your opponent switches their active Pokemon for one of their bench Pokemon. So they gotta do that. 20 for 1. And then Nature's Judgment, 80 for 3. And then you may discard all energy attached to this Pokemon. If you do, does 80 more damage. So yeah, I guess this is a sort of a card that they made it so, yeah, you can work with Cherim. But just maxing out at 160 ain't gonna do anything. And 130 HP, even though technically that should be good for a basic Pokemon, even today, you're gonna die in one shot anyway. Arceus is gonna get 2 prizes on you. It's not gonna cut it. And 160, Like, it just isn't good enough. Like, you use this sort of a combination, you want to get one-hit knockouts. Man, it's been a long time since they printed a Pokemon like Rayquaza, and basically Ultra Necrozma GX was the last one where it has that unlimited ceiling. Okay, we got the Blip Bug, and if I'm not seeing the other forms, I'm guessing we're gonna see him later. I don't remember what this guy's type is. I think it was just Bug, Flying Bug, whatever. I don't know. I don't know the new Pokemon from Sword and Shield. Anyway, didn't play those games, so I can't really remember the types. But they've included this. It evolves into the Ladybug dude, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, got Victini V and Victini Vmax too. So let's see. V Bullet. If your opponent's active Pokemon is a Pokemon V, 50 more damage. So it's going to be one of those Pokemon that is going to be, I guess, good for as long as Vs are around. You can use this sort of attack. We've seen it before, like Rayquaza AX and other Pokemon. I wish it was something like if it's a basic or an evolution, because that's more long term. But anyway, so it's going to do 60 for 1. That's good. That's good for a first attack, I guess. And then Flare Shot, 120. You have to discard all our energies. So 190 HP. Not that great, but I'm guessing it's because of the Vmax. They usually do this. So let's see what you got. 310 HP and 2 Retreat. Alright, I suppose. We have stronger Vmaxes with 330 and 340 HP, but let's see what you do with your attacks. Spreading Flames. Attach up to 3 fire energy cards from your discard pile to your Pokemon any way you like. And then Max Victory. If your opponent's active Pokemon is a Pokemon V, this does 120 more damage. So 120 plus 100, that's 220 for 2. Now it's important to note that we actually, we got a Victini V on the first Sword and Shield set too, and this should be compatible. So I think this is the first time, or maybe the second time, there's like the lightning dude, what was it called? Toxtricity, right? So, yeah, you can use this V, but there's the other much better, like Victini V2 from Sword and Shield, with 2 really much better attacks. So, I guess maybe it doesn't matter too much that this one sucks, and then you can use that one with this Vmax. And I mean, the first attack, Spreading Flames, is exactly the same actually. I'm pretty sure it's almost the same, if not completely the same. Attach up to 3 fire energies from your discard pile to Pokemon any way you like. I believe it's the same. And then Max Victory, against other Vs, it's going to be quite strong. 220 for 2. So, I mean, the first Victini V is already a good Pokemon to be used with Welder and stuff. So I guess now you can use this Vmax and basically make a Victini deck, like a straight Victini deck with Welder, and have this sort of Vmax as an option, an extra option. I mean, doing 220 for 2 is good, but like that Victini, it just likes to have a lot of energies around, so the damage gets higher in its attack, sort of X-Ball attack. So they kind of contradict each other, but it's an option, I suppose, something good. So anyway, I mean, if the Senti Scorch like is just barely cutting it due to Arceus, I don't think these fire Pokemon are going to do it, but we'll see. We get this isn't Durant, but it says Durant here. Flare, and then 70 for 3, discard an energy from. Wait, flip 2 coins. For each head, discard an energy from your opponent's active Pokemon. Okay, it's whatever. Like, what is this dude called? I don't remember right now. When I make these reviews, I sort of lose my mind a bit. Don't remember names, but it's not Durant. Durant is the ant. This guy is like the ant eater dude. Anyway, moving on. You got a regular Centiscorch and Sizzlipede. Burn, 20 for 2, whatever. This is actually the clay art though. cool. Always like these sort of clay artworks. They're awesome. And we got Scorch. Looks kind of cool too, if I say so myself, for a centipede. And Overheater. All burned Pokemon cannot recover from being burned between turns. So if you're gonna do something like that involves instant burn, this might be your dude as a stage 1. Its attack seems kind of okay, I guess. 130 for 4 with instant burn. Like I always say, this sort of damage trade with energies is extremely mediocre, but I mean, I guess there might be some burn Pokemon you can combine this with. I don't remember. Anywho, I got Horsey, Seadra, and Kingdra. It's been a while since I've seen a Stage 2 Kingdra, I think. So, cool little Horsey. Just a smoke screen. Whatever. Could be handy. Does damage too. And then Seadra. Water Gun. This guy isn't so good, but at least has one retreat. And then the big boy Kingdra. 150 HP. Still not good enough. Damn it all. Got Deep Seeking. So whenever your active Pokemon is knocked out from your opponent's attacks, you may move all water energy from that Pokemon to this Pokemon. Say what? Oh, right. Okay, so I guess it can get the energy. So it's like an experience share sort of thing. Now, this is actually kind of good. It works a bit better than the old Great Encounter Swampert, where it was a pain. You had to switch around. So this is basically, you use a different Pokemon, and then when it dies, this guy's going to get the water energies. And Aqua Burst does 40 times the water energy on this Pokemon. So this isn't a very good timer, because it means it starts at 1 for 40, 2 for 80, 3 for 120. This is terrible. Like, you're basically going to need to have like 5 or 4 energies to do any real damage. And for a stage 2, it's not good enough. Once again, I'm afraid. I don't want to be like negative, but I gotta keep it real. All of these cards, you know, a couple of years ago, maybe this would come out and then I would see it and say, hey, you know what, could be good. But from my experience, like, it's not gonna be good. Like, they can't trick us anymore, at least me. This is gonna do nothing against Arceus and other like Vmax Pokemon. I don't know, maybe there's a Pokemon it can be combined with, like there's always good water cards around. But the timer should have been at least, I don't even want to say 50, like it would have to be 60 for this to be somewhat decent. And even then, like, you need 4 to do like what, 240? That just barely cuts it. For 40 means for 4 energies, you're just doing like 160 and shit. That's terrible. That's terrible, man. So, like, they 100% do not want these cards to be good. I don't know what the hell are they thinking. Well, actually I do, but anyway, let's not get into that. We got Galarian, Mr. Mime. Flip a coin if head search your deck for an item card and then put it into your hand. That's what the find attack does. And then you got the Rhyme dude. These aren't their like original names, but anyway. Ball juggling. Discarding a number of item cards with the word ball in their name from your hand. This attack does 40 more damage for each card discarded in this way. Okay, so this is kind of good. Maybe finally Apricot Maker is going to see some play now that it's rotated. But in expanded, I guess, basically item cards with ball, it's all of the different Pokeballs. So grab those with like Apricot Maker, discard them, and then you can do some damage. You're going to need to discard a lot of them to do something. Plus, you can't recover those back easily. And, I mean, all of those ball items, you want to play them to search, normally. So it seems like a weird choice, but it's ball juggling. So, who knows? You're going to need to discard, like, what? 5 of them to do, like, 210. So, yeah, good luck. Good luck. Remoraid and Octillery. Interesting artwork. Reminds me of an old book my mom used to have. Anyway. And Octillery looks like it has an ability, a rapid strike search. Okay, so now we're getting to the archetype stuff. So I suppose I should have mentioned this from the beginning. What they're doing with these, the battle style set, and I guess these Japanese equivalent, the rapid strike, and it's not going to show us anyway. They're sort of bringing archetype interactions back. So for example, this guy Octillery, his abilities, once during your turn, you may search your deck for a rapid strike card, reveal it, and then put it into your hand. Then shuffle your deck. So there's gonna be a bunch of other Pokemon that do this sort of a rapid strike shit. So I think this sort of a Rengeki thing is what it means in English, is rapid strike. So a bunch of different Pokemon, like you can combine them, and then it's kind of like the Yu-Gi-Oh archetypes, cards working together. So this is gonna search rapid strike cards. It's basically kind of like how the Team Plasma deck used to be, like the Team Magma, Team Aqua, Team Rocket, those types of decks, like the SPs. So that's cool. I'm glad in a way they're bringing this shit back. Hopefully they make it interesting and not just only one way to play a deck, such a deck. But this guy's gonna be like the Searcher, the Stage 1 Searcher. So we got Corfish and Crawdont too. So Bubble Beam. Okay. And then Crawdont. Looks like this dude isn't a Rapid Strike Pokemon, but it does knock off, auto discard from your opponent's hand, and Crab Hammer, shit attack for 4 energies as usual, doing a 140. And then you got Empoleon V. So this is quite exciting because Empoleon, of course, is one of the cooler starters in my opinion. Whatever the fuck, what's that dude's name? That YouTuber that says Empoleon is shit. Oh my god, I don't remember his name. Mad JTV, Mad. The Michael is his name. Anyway, he's a famous YouTuber, and he thinks Empoleon is shit. Anyway, so it says Rengeki here, so it's a rapid strike dude. It's got Emperor's Eyes. As long as this Pokemon is in the active spot, your opponent's basic Pokemon in play have no abilities except for Pokemon with a rule box. So Pokemon V, Pokemon GX have rule boxes. So essentially, to make matters even worse, basic Pokemon, like the regular basic Pokemon, they lose their abilities. Not the GXs, not the Vs. So yeah, thank you, Empoleon. So it can't be any more like obvious and blatant that they just don't give a flying fuck about the regular Pokemon. They're basically just filler, just to take up space, and only these sort of cards matter. And I'm sorry to say this, but this is the reason why, one of the reasons anyway, I haven't been buying Pokemon sets, and you see me like making openings when I do of other like old school TCGs and shit like Duel Masters. I just can't bring myself to buy a booster box. 99% of the cards are useless, and only a couple of the Vs and the trainers are good. That's it. And then his attack, Swirling Slice, move one energy from this Pokemon to one of your bench Pokemon. His attack isn't great, but I guess you can recover, move an energy too, and sort of save it. I don't know, I mean, these sort of Rapid Strike Pokemon are supposed to be working together too, so maybe it's to balance them out. I don't know if this guy gets a Vmax. Looks like he doesn't. But yeah, this sort of ability is going to be good to shut down just basic Pokemon, essentially, with abilities. Yeah, and that's basically it. I'm pretty sure I'm reading the card right. So yeah, that's it, unless there's an error. We got Frillish and Jelly Scent. Recover. And then Rain Splash. Nice little aquatic background, as usual. Jelly Scent is Backwater Sink. What the fuck is with this? This dude is like stretching and shit. I don't know. Anyway, Does 10 damage for each water energy in your discard pile. This actually might not be too bad. You're gonna need a lot of them, but I mean, Expanded has proven that it can dump a lot of cards with the battle compressors and other shit. I don't know, maybe this can be used with the Alligator from Dragon Majesty that rotated. I don't remember what that dude's ability is. I think, yeah, he can still dump like water energies for free. But anyway, you're gonna need a lot, but you're gonna be doing a lot of damage too. And it doesn't say they have to go back in the deck, so yeah. Dump your water energies and do lots of damage. Now the annoying thing is that it requires 2 to do this attack. So, getting 2 energies on this dude. I mean, there's Aqua Patch, so I guess you can use that. It's definitely going to help. But you got to keep in mind this guy's probably going to be dying in one shot with 120 HP. So if it worked with 1 energy, then it could have had a little bit more resilience. Like this one dies, you can promote the other one. Attach 1 energy and you're ready to go. But if it requires 2, it makes things a bit more complicated. Could be good though in Expanded. I don't know in Standard. I mean, in Standard, no regular Pokemon is good, so I need to just stop saying this shit. Anyway, you got Bruxish, another generic ass Pokemon. Too bad. I got Shinx, Luxio, and Luxray. It's so crazy, like when was the last set we got like a Luxray line? I think it was like Rebo Clash? I don't remember. It was one of the like Sword and Shield sets, or maybe it was one of the last Sun and Moon sets. But anyway, we got a line. Probably nobody even remembers it exists because it didn't do anything. They're giving us another one here. Let's see if this one is going to be good. At least it looks like it's part of the Rapid Strike archetype, so I guess it's going to have that. It's going to have that going for it. So Shinx, you got Luxio. It has Jump Kick, 30 damage to a bench Pokemon or whatever. And then Luxray, it's got 150 HP, so that's already underwhelming. At least 1 retreat is okay. And then it does Electro Step, 40 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon. Then switch this Pokemon with one of your bench Pokemon. Are you fucking serious here? So it essentially is a stage 2 that does 40 for 1. And then you switch this with one of your bench Pokemon. What in the fuck? Okay, and then Scar's Beating. If your opponent's active Pokemon has any damage counters on it, this attack does 100 more damage. So essentially 200 for 2. So this is a little bit better, I guess. I gotta admit, this is a bit respectable. It's gonna require some damage counters, but we can easily just do that with Zigzagoons and other methods. So this isn't too bad. Like the second attack isn't too bad. It's still not going to be enough because even with 200, most of the regular Vs you don't even one-hit KO. But I don't know, man. Like even if when they try and make them a bit good, it's always like they want to be conservative. Let's not make them that good. Just make them so that they're decent, that they seem to have potential, but they can't do shit. This is basically how they designed them. I don't know what the fuck is the deal. We don't even have electro powers around now in Standard, so this guy can't use those either. Anyway, I guess I have to see what the other sort of Rapid Strike archetype cards are, because this guy is part of them. Moving on, Pachirisu. What's good? Looks like it's really serious here, running or doing some shit. You got Find a Friend. You flip a coin if head, search your deck for a Pokemon, and then put it into your hand. Dude, like, man, we had like, what was it called? Like the Dunsparce that didn't do shit from Celestial Storm. And then they go ahead and print this sort of searching attack again. Like anybody's going to use it. Too bad, because I like the artwork on this Pachirisu too. You know, cute little squirrel Pokemon. I got Balto and Claydol. I believe, yeah, I checked what this Claydol does on Pokebeach when they revealed it. I don't remember, but I think it does some movement damage. Anyway, Balto just does self-destruct, useless. And then Claydol, I think, yeah, his power shear attack, you attach a psychic energy from your discard pile to your Pokemon in play until you have as many energy in play as your opponent. So this can be kind of extreme, but you got to keep in mind your opponent needs to have a lot of energies first. And this is through an attack, not an ability. I mean, if they made it through an ability, then I gotta admit it would have been extremely busted. Has to be psychic energy. This guy's a stage 1. I mean, for this to be somewhat useful, you would have to get like at least 5 energies, if you ask me. I mean, even if you get 3 or 4, that can be good, but it's a stage 1. What are you going to do if you're playing so slow, like using a stage 1 to get a bunch of energies? It has to be more than that for this to be worthwhile, in my opinion. Especially if you consider that Victini and other cards can do almost the same shit, and they don't have any hard limitations, you can say. Easier to pull off. Yeah, that's it. That's all it does. The attack is shit. I mean, I'm pretty sure there must be some combinations you can do, as always, in the Pokemon TCG. But because of the format, it's not going to do much once again. Anyway. And if I'm proven wrong, I'm proven wrong. Like, it would have to be some sort of a broken bullshit combination, like maybe with Trevenant or some shit. Trevenant, Dusknoir, you know, these sort of interactions for cards like these to be good. It can't be just, it's normal good. It's gotta be broken good to be good. Anyway, we got Necrozma V2. Kinda happy about that. Necrozma is a cool legendary in my eyes. The regular one, anyway. The fusion shit, don't get me on that. What it does is Prism Ray, 20 damage to 2 of your opponent's bench Pokemon. It's actually quite good because it starts with 22. So it basically is going to do 60 damage total. That's not bad by all means. So you look at this shit, you look at this guy, a basic V Pokemon that can essentially do 60 damage total in a way. And other Pokemon like Landorus EX, even like from Black and White, could do like this sort of shit, like 60 damage total, and Buzzwole too. So you look at Pokemon like this, and then you look at they print a fucking Victreebel that does 40 for 1, and it's a fucking stage 2. Whatever. And special laser, if this Pokemon has any special energy attached to it, this attack does, wow, 220 damage. Not bad. So it's not like you're gonna be able to attach any special energy on it, because it does need like 2 psychic at the very least to use the attack, and then a colorless. So you could put like a draw energy or recycle energy or whatever, and I guess you can put horror energies on it. This means it's not going to be the easiest thing to use with energy acceleration, if we ever get it for psychic, like in a consistent way, like with a Malamar or some shit. But I mean, it's a decent amount of damage. The first attack is also good. It's got that fighting resistance. HP is solid. You know, the 220 we'd expect from Vs these days. Good card. I like it. Could have been worse. I mean, with 3 energies, you do need energy acceleration if you're gonna go anywhere with this dude. Like, you need some sort of a combo with it. Needs to have at least a special energy to get the plus, and you do need to get that plus, otherwise 100 for 3 is underwhelming. But 220 for 3 is actually quite good. No other drawbacks. Okay, and then we got, okay, there they are, the Ladybug dudes or Beetle. Looks like they're psychic Pokemon. What the fuck? Right, yeah, because it's a Bug Fairy Pokemon. Yeah, I thought it would be that. I was thinking maybe Bug Fairy, Bug Flying. It is Bug Fairy. So these cards look extremely weird as Psychic cards because they decided to change the Fairy type. Stupid move, but whatever. Look at the top 4 cards of your deck. Return them in any order. Then the stage 2. EVA control. For each energy attached to this Pokemon, you may search your deck for a stage 2 Pokemon, excluding Orbeetle, and put it onto your bench. Now, a very long time ago, there was a Cradily Plasma Blast that had a pretty much an almost identical attack, I think. It needed a grass energy, so that was worse. But basically, yeah, you got that Cradily out, and then I think for each energy it had on, I believe, yeah, you could grab stage 2s from your deck and play them down instantly. It did see a lot of hype. I remember even Puka, mentioning it in like his top 10 cards or whatever for Plasma Blast, but it didn't do anything. I think he did try and use it in like a deck video once. That was a fossil Pokemon. It was a stage 2. It was a pain to get out. This one is the same, but the format is even rougher than back then. And right now, like, at least back then, if you brought in some stage 2s like Empoleon and Dusknoir and some good options, maybe you were going to do some shit. And there was no Arceus and cards like that. Now, I mean, just regular stage 2s and stage 1s to get them out, they're shit due to Arceus and the format in general. I don't want to give the impression that if Arceus wasn't around, stage 2s would be good all of a sudden. They wouldn't be. But especially with Arceus, a card like this has no chance in hell. No chance. The Zen Headbutt attack is shit. Its stats are even worse than Cradily. I mean, Cradyly's stats were very, very mediocre for black and white anyway. I think it was like 120 HP. This is even worse in a worse era. So it's like competition is fiercer, stats are even worse than Cradily, so no chance in hell. Like, if anybody makes this card work in standard, here's my clap. Like, you're the best player of all time if you figured out a way to make this work in standard successfully. I don't see any way it can be done. I mean, the attack is basically almost exactly the same as Cradly's. Like, the only, I guess, better thing it has is that you can use any energy. You don't have to use a grass energy. But anyway, got Onyx, then we got Cubone and Marowak. So Rock Throw and then Rocky Tackle. It's going to do 170 for 5. You got to hit yourself a 60. What the fuck? So this is what they do. For a little bit of moderate damage that wasn't going to get a one-hit KO anyway with 170, you need 5 energies and you're also going to hit your own ass for 60. Extreme self-damage. This is what the fuck they do. Okay, what about you, Cubone? You don't do much. What about your parent? Battle armor. This Pokemon takes 30 less damage from attacks. It only has 110 HP though, so it's not so good. And then Boomerang. It's a coin flip attack. You gotta get 2 hits to do 180. Whatever. Conkeldurr. Haven't seen you in a while. I guess I shouldn't expect too much from it. Kind of cool background here. This sort of building the foundations of a house, or maybe it's something else. Anyway, you got the girder. It's carrying some shit as usual. Okay, and then Conkeldurr. Let me guess, you're gonna be ass as well, right? Yeah, sounds about right. Immediately I can see Mega Punch is just a 150 attack for 4 energies. Not going to do anything. Hammer Pressure. During your opponent's next turn, defending Pokemon. The defending evolved Pokemon can attack. So it's sort of a meta attack, you could say. Lock attack. So if you use this against like a Vmax, they won't be able to attack next turn, but there's so many ways to play around it. Energy cost is high, damage is very average, and is a stage 2. So by the time you get him out, your opponent will probably have gotten a few prizes. Then they can just use like boss's orders to sweep the rest of your shit. It's also ugly too. Like, they made the other dudes look cool, and then the stage 2, they made it this sort of very basic art. Not cool anyway. So I never thought I'd say this. I mean, usually it's been always like they make these sets and every card is basically filler. But you see some cards have a little bit of hope. I basically saw no card so far, like a regular Pokemon, that is any good. Like actually maybe kind of good. Charm would be that Pokemon, but because of these rules they made for it, unless I'm mistaken and it just is not going to work with Rapid Strike Pokemon or whatever, but I'm pretty sure you won't be able to use it with Vs, regular Vs and GXs. It can't do shit, it's not going to do shit. And then everybody else, like the cards that stand out are like Vs basically. Cricketune is a good card. Maybe Victini Vmax, you can say it's okay. Octillery the Searcher. Everything else, like regular Pokemon speaking, not a single regular card is good. So it's like they made a new record, even topping like the previous shit. So you got Mienfoo, Rapid Strike, then Mienshao. Spinning Whip. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now confused. Shuffle this Pokemon and all attached cards into your deck. So it's kind of like Excelgor. Yeah, it doesn't paralyze though. It gives confusion, so they can move out of the way easily. I wish it was paralysis, but even then, it needs a fighting and another energy. It's not going to be easy to power up. Maybe we could have had like a combo deck. Like this, I don't know. Rapid Strike Pokemon though, so I guess you can switch it with Auxiliary or whatever. What the fuck is with this? Yeah, I kind of fucked up art for the Silicobra too. Sandaconda. Sand Cannon. Discard the top 6 cards of your deck. This attack does 60 damage for each fighting energy discarded this way. So if you discard 4, you're getting a knockout on something. Is there anything that lets you stack? I mean, so Ranguru, but we need more effective cards to stack. I don't know, but maybe this, I guess people can use it. People can build a deck around it. We got Phalanx. This time they're on their own. I like them better this way. Rapid Strike Formation. This attack does 20 damage for each of your Rapid Strike Pokemon in play. Fuck. Okay, now this is basically like the Team Aqua shit they did like 5 years ago. There's like the Sharpedo that grabs the Team Aqua Pokemon, and then who was it? I think it was who the fuck was it? Was it like Zangoose? I don't remember. It was Mighty Anna, but you had to flip coins. Zangoose was for Team Makima. But anyway, okay, so now we know some of the Rapid Strike shit, what it's going to be about. You use Octillery, you gather your Rapid Strike Pokemon, whether they're good or bad. So at least this guy can do damage. It's going to do 20 for each of your Rapid Strike Pokemon in play. So it's going to max out at like 120 with a full bench. In Expanded, you can use Skyfield. And how much is that going to be? Like you get 60 extra. So that's like 180. So it's not that great anyway. It should have been like a 30 times timer. And even then, it was going to max out at like 150 in standard. So yeah, I can see what they're trying to do. But once again, it's probably not going to be good enough. 20 damage for each. It's times. It doesn't even get the plus. So basically, yeah, it's going to be 120. Unfortunate. Okay, and there's like the trademarks dudes. Like Wushifu, the Cupfu evolutions. We get this dude, the first version. He has Strafe. You may switch this Pokemon to one of your bench Pokemon. And then 100 Furious Blows, 150. And he is a Rengeki Rapid Strike. And then the Vmax, Gale Thrust. If it moved from the bench, it's basically going to do 150. Okay. And then the Rapid Flow attack. Discard all energies from this Pokemon. It's going to do 120 to two of your opponent's Pokemon. So it's essentially 240 damage. It's 120 double snipe. But it costs 3 and you have to discard all energies too. Not very impressive. How the fuck are you even going to get all those fighting energies on this dude? I mean, I guess you can use Bea. That's her name, right? Yeah. Or Bay, whatever. I mean, maybe a deck that focuses on the first attack, kind of like how the fucking Galissapot used to be. It does a little bit more damage than that, plus as a VMAX, it's gonna last longer. And then you put him into your hand with some shit, like, I don't even know if Scoop Up, Super Scoop Up is around. But anyway, some deck similar to that. And then maybe eventually, I guess you can, maybe you're gonna get a few energies, but not really, like on another one, I guess, on the bench. And then maybe as a late game finisher attack, you can maybe use Rapid Flow once, but I don't know, man. I just don't see it. I don't see it. Maybe I'm crazy today. I don't know, but I just don't see any effective interactions, like even with a lot of these VMAXs now. Did they just purposely make this set to be shit? I don't know. They're trying to tone things down. But I mean, if they do that, it's just gonna remain that Arceus and Zacian is gonna reign everything. We got this Steelix right here that can do 200, but it needs 5 energies. I guess it could have been worse. And then Steel Swing, flip 2 coins, 80 damage for each heads. Okay. Bishop and Pawnyard, Sword Stance, whatever. Steel Honor. If your opponent's active Pokemon is a Mellow Pokemon, 90 more damage. So I guess we can use this to hit Zacian. But if it's not even going to get the KO, yeah, it's not going to do it. What kind of background is this? Looks a bit interesting. Anyway, we got Corvin Knight V2. This is supposed to be like the Skarmory, I guess, from Sword and Shield. Does clutch, defending Pokemon can retreat. And then the big attack, Sky Hurricane. 190, and this Pokemon can't use Sky Hurricane during your next turn. Okay, so this is good. If I think about it, yeah, it's a weaker Zacian though. Yeah, it's got the first attack, but I mean, of course, Zacian has his amazing ability. And then Sky Hurricane is extremely similar to Zacian's attack, just much weaker. It doesn't matter that it has one colorless, since you're going to put metal energies on this anyway. So, because it doesn't do a lot of damage, I don't see this being used in Arceus. I guess paired up with Arceus too. They got the same weakness, same resistance. This guy has better retreat, I guess, but less HP. So, wow, I mean, this set is so underwhelming. Oh, fuck. Gets a fucking Vmax too, so alright, alright. I didn't see the Vmax. Looks kinda cool too. It's got Luster Armor. Prevent all effects of your opponent's abilities done to this Pokemon. So it has definitely a good ability. It's not going to care about other effects of abilities. And then the Gmax Hurricane. It's 240 for 3, and this Pokemon can't use Gmax Hurricane during your next turn. So this is a better attack. And this sort of combination you can use with Arceus, I would say. Once Arceus has used his GX attack, this guy does 270. I mean, Aegislash is still probably better. Not probably, it's definitely better. Especially when you consider that the first form can ignore effects too with this attack. You get a bunch of prizes, it's going to be even stronger. So, yeah. I would say Aegislash is still better, but this guy has free retreat too, so it does have a few perks. Luster Armor, free retreat. Anyway. Okay, we got Glammeow and Pure Ugly. Like, I need to see you guys again. This one looks alright. Not gonna do much. And I don't think I should expect much from you two. Catterday. Okay, so it's a Catterday Pokemon. I think that sort of the other Catterday cards are still around, but I could be wrong. You draw 3 cards. This is a sleep, and then it's a slash for 4. Got Bouffalot. Sap Sipper does 60 more damage to your opponent's grass Pokemon. And 120 for 3, and you're going to hurt yourself with 30. That's not good. Disappointing. It is disappointing. Even if you can do 180 and then hit yourself with 30, that's not good for this sort of Pokemon anyway. You need it to be better for a Bouffalot in this era. Like, I mean, come on. Like, this sort of Sap Sipper is just a minor improvement for, like, the other one that had Sap Sipper in Primal Clash. Anyway. Got Indeedee. Draw 2 cards with Fetch, and then Hand Kinesis. Does 10 damage for each card in your own hand. Okay. Alright. And then we're down to the trainers, so we've almost done with this set. Fan of Waves. Return a special energy attached to your opponent's Pokemon to the bottom of their deck. So this is like Enhance Hammer, but I guess it's going to put the energy on the bottom of the deck as opposed to discarding it. I don't really know if there's any benefit compared to Enhance Hammer. Enhance Hammer isn't in Standard, I think, but I could be very wrong. It might be, actually. I mean, you put it in the bottom of the deck. It means, I guess, that if they can recover it from the discard pile in a way, they can't grab it back, they need to, like, draw it again. But you put it in the deck, it means that they don't really lose their special energy, so I don't really know, but I guess if people want to run like a fucking, like, eight cards, like they want to have a double play sort of Enhance Hammer in a way, this is the next best thing. In Legacy we have Lost Remover, which is the best out of all of them, since it removes it from play in a way. I don't know, I guess it's another variation of Enhance Hammer, but it is a Rengeki card actually, so this is like a searchable fucking Enhance Hammer. So this does give it more merit actually, because it means it's going to go to the bottom of the deck. Maybe that's why they did it, sort of balance it out, but it's searchable. It's a searchable Enhance Hammer, and that is going to give it merit, definitely. Like, we need this sort of disruption now. Anyway, Energy Recycler is finally coming back. And I do remember the trivia I mentioned on Poke Beach. It's the first time this card gets printed and it doesn't have like the psychic energy on it. If that amounts to anything. Shuffle up to 5 basic cards from the discard pile to the deck. So mass energy recovery for those that want it. I mean, I used to like anyway, because now I rotated out the, what the fuck was it called? The energy recycling unit? I forgot its name. Energy recycle system, I think it was called. But we got like the ordinary rod too, which is kind of cool. So I guess this is just 4 energies, a lot of energies, so yeah. Oops. Where the fuck did I go? Anyway, Level Ball is coming back. Now that's cool. So it's the same Level Ball that we know and love from Black and White. Artwork is kind of cool as well. This might be like the best one. Looks better than the X and Y versions too, I think. But anyway, it's gonna search 90 HP or lower Pokemon. Could be anything, stage 1s, basics. So that's cool. It's very, very good that we're getting this in standard, because we really need like a searching ball for the small Pokemon. You can't use Quick Ball for everything, and you can only run 4 of them. I mean, you can use Quick Ball for all basics, but you gotta discard, and it's not enough. We sort of need this sort of general card. At least give something to the regular Pokemon. You got Tool Jammer too. As long as the Pokemon this card is attached to is in the active spot, Pokemon tools attached to your opponent's active Pokemon have no effect. I mean, I don't know what really is the benefit to use this as opposed to Tool Scrapper, but it's another variation, I guess, of Tool Disruption. I'm not impressed. Wait a minute though. No, yeah, it's not a Rapid Strike card. This one though is Rapid Strike Scroll. So the Rapid Strike Pokemon this card is attached to can use this attack, so it's like a Pokemon tool. Oh no, Whirlpool, this attack does 30 damage to each of your opponent's Pokemon. For 3. Yeah, good luck doing shit with this. Korrina is coming back, but she has a different effect. Draw cards until you have 6. That's cool though, because she is a Rengeki card. So Rapid Strike, I'm pretty sure there's going to be ways to search this. So that's why it's going to be good. I think Octillery only searches Pokemon, but maybe I'll need to check again. But if you can search this in hand, then it's going to be pretty good. I don't care what people say. Draw until you have 6 supporter is not bad when you can search it. It's actually good. So that's nice. We got Cheryl too. This is quite cool, giving some love to DP characters. So heal all damage from each of your evolution Pokemon, then discard all energy attached to the Pokemon you healed this way. Oh no. So they used a cool character for a card, but they gave her this sort of effect that we definitely don't need in the format. So this is like max potion on everybody. In the form of a supporter, but it's gonna work with Vmaxes, and it doesn't, like, I thought they would learn their lesson from Max Potion, but they didn't. It doesn't have a how should I word this, like at least effect. So you gotta discard at least 1 energy. So you can essentially use this, move energies around, or have no energies and use this. Don't discard energies and you still get the effect. And it works on everybody too that's evolved. So if you got a bunch of evolved Pokemon with large HP, you can fucking heal all of them. Now it is a supporter, but I don't think this is the sort of effect we need right now. Like, it's not gonna work with Zacian and Arceus, but why do they do this, man? Why do they do this? So the next best deck, I guess, that's gonna be good with Vmaxes, you could say it's the fucking Corsola. He can definitely use this, and it's not gonna care too much too, since the first attack works with 1 energy. It's insane. Not good, man. Not good. I like Cheryl, but I wish she had like another effect. Got Tower of Waters too. The retreat cost of both players' Rapid Strike Pokemon is 2 less. So, yeah. It's a stadium that's going to give him free retreat essentially. Almost. Okay, and then they get this sort of double energy. Okay, so this changes everything. If they can use this, maybe some of those attacks are going to be better. So this card can only be attached to Rapid Strike Pokemon. While attached, this card provides two water and fighting energy at the same time. Say what? I hope to God this just means, yeah, 2 water and 2 fighting, not 2 water and 2 fighting, so it like does 4 energies. I mean, no, there's no way. It's probably like a DC and it's water and fighting together. Like a rainbow energy in a way for the Rapid Strike dudes. Okay, so this means this fucker right here, where are you? He's gonna be able to make that attack much easier. So you just attach one regular fighting energy and then you put the other one, and then you can do this. Plus, it makes the sort of discard much softer. I mean, the way to make this card really good, if it was just you discard 2 energies, not all of them. Unless that energy does provide 4, but I don't think so. It would have to be crazy to do that, but you never know. I'm pretty sure it's just 2, like it has it right here. It's just going to be together, both fighting and water. So, yeah. I mean, I don't really remember any other attackers that are notable. I guess Phalanx, he can use that instantly too. Get fighting and water. Empoleon becomes better too. This guy, I guess, but I mean, it's actually not going to be compatible because it's fighting in water. So you need that fucking lightning. So fuck them for that. But, I mean, yeah, Jellicent isn't a Rapid Strike either. What about you? You're not either. So, I guess the best guy that's going to use it is the mascot, Urshifu. Okay, I guess. And then that's it. The other ones are full arts or alternate art, whatever. And this is Rapid Strike. So I guess for once I can confidently say that I'm very disappointed. Usually, like the last sets I reviewed, I mean, Vivid Voltage was kind of disappointing a bit. Like the Japanese sets, but it ended up being the English set. It's not like it's that impressive. Darkness Ablaze is better in my opinion. But yeah, they kind of been topping themselves, but with this set, they kind of failed. They definitely did not top. There's very few cards that I can say are good, and in ways they're inferior to other counterparts. Like Cricketune, yeah, it's good, but it's no Crobat or Dedenne, that's for sure. Victini Vmax, you can get it and try and make it like a Victini Vmax deck, whatever. I guess the the Rapid Strike archetype, you can build this sort of deck, but I mean, only the fucking Urshifu is a dude that might have a bit of potential. Basically, only because they get this sort of special energy too. If it wasn't for that energy, he wasn't going to be doing shit. Cheryl is a very scary card. I guess I gotta admit that. But other than that, you get a lot of... Okay, we forgot this old dude. Must start Rapid Strike style. The fuck? Anyway. So you can only play this card if it's the only card in your hand. Put a Rapid Strike Pokemon from a discard pile to your bench, then draw 5 cards. So it's basically Maxie and Archie's. Archie's ace in the hole and Maxie's hitting ball trick. The good news though is I think they learned their lesson with those cards. Since this has got to be a Rapid Strike Pokemon, it already limits the stuff you can grab. and it's not going to be immune to power creep, that's for sure. So this is good. So I guess you can get like the big dude instantly if you want to build a deck around it. Maybe get artillery or whatever. But they learned a lesson. You're not going to be able to get like all types of Pokemon like water or fighting or whatever. So it's good. It's whatever. But they've got a few cards like their stadium. The energy is what's really going to help them out. Maybe there's going to be some other ones in the other set, but I think there's going to be another archetype in the other set. Like it's called Single Strike Master. This one is the Rapid Strike Master. We're going to look at that tomorrow, probably. Yeah. Very, very disappointed. Not really any regular Pokemon worth a damn. Like even that come close. Charm would have been one, but they ruined it with that sort of effect. And yeah, I'm not that impressed. If this is half the set of battle styles, I don't think it's going to be a very good set. But the next one, like Single Strike, could be very good, like the other Japanese equivalent. So we'll see. But I'm just not feeling the Pokemon TCG man lately. I'm just not. And what they're doing doesn't help. Like, it's okay if you want to tone things down. Maybe that's good. But you need to tone down like the special Pokemon and improve the regular Pokemon, not just tone down everything. I mean, the regular Pokemon are still the same old shit. That's it. But anyway, I'm just rambling right now. This is my set review for the set, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Tomorrow I'll do the Single Strike. I'm pretty sure I'll do that. Get it over with. So hope you enjoyed. Hope you guys subscribe to the channel. Leave a like. Share this video with your friends. And thank you guys for watching. What's up?